Hello and welcome back. I'm Lobo5433, and today I'm bringing you my Stamden Warden build for the current chapter of Blackwood in Elder Scrolls Online. And let's go ahead and jump into the build here. First of all, we got the Maelstrom Perfected Maul on the front bar, sharpened with increased weapon damage and spell damage and chat. And this is gonna go up in the tooltip. You see it's like this patch, the dot damage went down as far as the proc sets, but we have a couple of things to bring up that dot damage when we get buffed up. You can see just with just the Betty buffed up, it'll go up a little bit. I'll go to the front bar. Yeah, there you go, as you can see. And then back bar, the Vadershire Perfected Ice Staff, just to put the fracture or breach on the enemy, and it also gives a free little dot. It's not like all crazy like it used to be, but at least it's something. Like you get the penetration and a dot. The trait we have on it's powered with double dot poisons on the back bar. And then here we got on the head, it's brand new. You can put the Zowl of the Ever Wakeful's Visage on. This right here is a must on the build, I feel. You'll see in the clips that I have how like survivability this helmet gives you. It's pretty good, the free CC, and it has no limit on how many enemies it could fear initially. You gain spell damage for up to 6 enemies, but you can fear unlimited enemies with it because there's no cap. It just says enemies, so it's pretty good. Yeah. And then also we're wearing Crimson on this build. The chest is reinforced. The head on the helm was in pen. And still gives us a decent heal with Crimson on a Warden. As you can see, you get 8,818 bleed damage still. So that's why we have such high health on this Warden. You'll see I have 50k health. Almost, like, yeah, basically 50k health, you know. And then these 3 pieces are heavy. I'm pretty sure I'm wearing 6 heavy on this build. This piece right here is sturdy with a Zowl. There's health glyph on it. And then Belt of the Trainee, sturdy with the health glyph. And then Crimson Impen gauntlets with the health glyph. And then Crimson Greaves with the health glyph, Impen. And then Crimson Sabatons with the health glyph. And then a necklace of the Trainee with an Endeco glyph for all the tri recovery, because like the Bloodthirsty is gonna cut your damage because we run 2 Bloodthirsty on this with both Endeco, and then 1 infused Malkath band. So with the Malkath band and the Bloodthirsty, that's gonna cut your damage right there. Just go all recovery on these, tri recovery, and then they will last 1 infused tri recovery. And then for our food, I don't have any on me. I use Bewitched Sugar Skulls. You'll see it's slotted up here. I don't have any on this tune right now, but I do have it, just not on me right now. And then we use tripods, just regular tripods. I can swatch to movability, but like it's too use so much mag on this build, like just main tripods. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the gear. Let's go ahead and look at our character sheet. As you can see, on the back bar we'll have almost 20k mag, 19.8, and then 50k mag, oh my gosh, 50k health, and then 21.5k stamina on the back bar. I think it's on the front bar too. And you see our resistances at the bottom there, 25k almost, 25.6. And then yeah, 25 on the front too. So the weapon damage is not all the way up there, but when you get the Zowl procced, that's gonna give you weapon damage. And then once you proc your glyph on the front bar, it's gonna give you a little bit more weapon damage. That weapon damage glyph, yeah. And then also when you get them low with your dots, the Bloodthirsty is gonna increase your damage. So it might look low, but it's really not. Penetration gets up to like 15k pen with the fracture. For our skills, oh yeah, for our race actually, we are Imperial. Where is it? There it is. Imperial. That's how you're gonna get the high health on the build. You have to do Imperial. You could do Nord, but I'd suggest Imperial. Just because we're also ranking stage 3 on this, Imperial negates stage 3 pretty well. The Imperial 6% will give that plus 8% right there. Only plus 2%, so it's nice. And then for the skills, we got Subterranean Assault, Bird of Prey, Crystallized Slab. I like this one because it deals damage back, so like helps out with the dots, because it's still kind of a dot build in a sense. And then you got Stampede. It's OP now. I have another Khajiit build that I might post on this with Stampede. It's pretty good. And then Reverse Slice and Dawnbreaker is Smiting. There's a cool thing that I tested with Stampede too. If you're using Stampede in the Maelstrom Maul, the Maelstrom Maul dot will proc on everybody too. So that dot is actually pretty dang good with Stampede, just because the value of the AoE you get on all the enemies when you hit them. And for the back bar, oh yeah, Dawnbreaker's ultimate, sorry. And for the back bar, you got Leeching Vines, Alley Drain, like I said, for our Vadishran. We also got Arctic Blast for our power heal. And then Ice Fortress, Bullnetch, and Swarming Scion on the Vampire Ult. And I didn't mention this before, but the Atronach Mundus, that's the Mundus we're using, but I'm pretty sure you could have saw it, but I just want to mention it. You'll see our recoveries with all this. It's still pretty good. 1400 mag recovery, 1100 stam recovery. That's how we're able to sustain our Polar Wind and all these mag skills. And here's the champion points. The crafting tree, you can do whatever you want. Like, you can just do like whatever you have enough for. Like, this tree doesn't really matter unless you want to do like the gold, you know. But this tree right here, you definitely want to slot Duelist for Bluff at the top of your little slottables up there. I can just redistribute it right here because it's the new patch for free. I can show you. Make sure it says add to champion bar to activate, because those ones are going to be your main passives that you're going to put in the top, which I slotted up there. Like you can see my cursor where I'm going. And then for passives, you want to put this is going to be all your healing mostly, your defense. Put as much as you can into these. These are going to help you a lot, like in Imperial City, or even against guards in Serial, the preparation. But put as much as you can into here if you don't have enough CP. It's going to be up to you though, because it's going to be like either damage or defense at that point. But you also want to put Blessed if you can. All these extra little stamina mag ones. See, these passives right here, you don't have to put in. I just put in. Oh, I didn't even put them in yet. Okay, on my other build, you're gonna see. Well, actually, I should put them in now. Screw it. This is gonna buff my Vadishran even more. It's just gonna help with the hybridness. But primarily, though, you want to go on the right tree to get the physical damage. And then penetration, obviously, the middle one. And then we got Biting Aura as a slottable on the top for extra AoE damage. And we got Master at Arms. You could do Thermiters, but like I feel like the Shock and the Stampede are like most of the damage. Like that's just extra now. You know, like I feel like as far as the dots, you want your Dawnbreaker and all that to hit a little harder, especially with the Master at Arms now. The Master at Arms is so valuable with the Shock and the AoE damage from Biting Aura. And this is just a passive. It really don't matter with Malkath. You can actually not put any in there. But the most important, just make sure your damage, put as much damage ones as you can in there as far as the passives in here. To the right, and then those two slottables for your damage. And then defense, you got your duelist rebuff slotted, and then also this one, resilience, is going to be your crit resistance. I want to slot that one up there too. And that pretty much covers that tree. This tree, as far as like your main slottables, put passives where you need them. I would say blocking would be important. All the stamina ones, sprinting, tumbling. This one's important, and the health is important. And if you don't have enough, at least do the health and the mystic tenacity, and then do whatever you can into these ones out here. But I use on my champion bar survival instincts for just extra block, extra dodging. It's really valuable. I feel I like it a lot compared to, like, you could use Juggernog if you want. I don't use immovable pots, so I don't see the value in running Juggernaut on this build. I'd rather just have more like stamina, you know. And then for the tanky passives, we just use Boundless Vitality for extra health, Ironclad for armor, and then Rejuvenation for recoveries. And that's pretty much it. I have a few clips coming up in Cyrodiil and in Imperial City. We got 1VX and like 2VX, 3VX. So enjoy the videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. This is good. Dude, this monster home is good.